Time now for this week's shocking stat of the week. Now, I mentioned earlier the overused expression, the definition of insanity is to repeat the same actions and expect a different result. Well, man, we got more proof of that this week. This week, the Bank of England and the Australian Central Bank both lowered interest rates, which in turn, what it does is pushes investors and pension funds into riskier assets they just can't afford. In a pension fund, for example, I don't know one that doesn't count at least at 6% annual return, usually more like 7 and 8% annual return. Well, they can't stick it in a government bond if you're getting 1% for 10 years. So they got to push it into something else. You know, also, by the way, back to trying to get a different result from doing the same things, lowering interest rates doesn't have a positive effect in an deflationary environment. That's what we're in. It also hurts savers, hurts retirees. Why? It cuts back on their income coming in and in turn reduces consumption. But be that as it may. You want to know why the U.S. stock market's going up despite some economic and financial troubles? Well, we've been telling you this since March 2009. This is a reason to listen to Money Talks. Money Talks says that you got to put the money somewhere. You can't have a pension fund stick its, hundreds of billions of dollars under the mattress. No, and the first choice has consistently been U.S. Treasuries and stocks. Now, I think that Treasury game may be coming to an end, and stocks going to be the number one beneficiary stepping up. I've been consistently saying I'm a long-term bull on stocks. Even when we get some of those really sharp and uncomfortable corrections, if you're in quality dividend-paying stocks, I think there's much more to come on the upside. And I got a stat that this week that absolutely verifies this approach. The Swiss National Bank increased its U.S. equity holdings, are you ready, by 50% in the first half of 2016. So they get the currency exposure and, as I say, you're in a bullish move overall long-term in the stock market. Which brings me to my shocking stat of the week, though. It's a very simple one, straightforward. Since the subprime mortgage crisis in 2008, guess how many times central banks around the world have reduced interest rates? The number? 666 times since the subprime crisis hit. Reduced interest rates 666 times. Has it worked if you're looking for actually expediting or enhancing economic growth? I think the answer is no. What it's done is it's goosed the value of some assets, as stocks being a very obvious beneficiary. Greg Weldon says gold's going to be up next. Well, we'll take a look at that as we go through, but 666 times.